It wasn't until the CEO yanked off the delivery worker's mask that he was stunned to realize that this woman was the fiancée who had once abandoned him for money. Seeing her now in such a pitiful state, the CEO's emotions were a complex mix. But recalling the pain she had once caused him, he angrily snatched her phone away. Yet inside the photo album, every picture was of the two of them together. The CEO thought that even keeping these photos wouldn't soften his heart, because he believed the woman had completely broken his heart. 7 years ago, his company had gone bankrupt, leaving him with a debt of hundreds of billions. Overnight, both of his parents jumped to their deaths. He was plunged into overwhelming grief. Yet at that time, his fiancée offered him no comfort at all. Instead, she made things worse by breaking up with him. He was utterly shocked. She claimed that the reason she had once been willing to be with him was because she valued his status as the heir of the Shao family. He couldn't believe his fiancée was so vain and materialistic and assumed she must be facing some difficulty. But his fiancée decisively pushed him away and got into the car of a wealthy man without looking back. What he didn't know was that she had sold her own heart to a tycoon to save his company from collapse, securing a capital injection of hundreds of billions. At that time, she was already pregnant with his child. 7 years later, the man, backed by a mysterious tycoon, made a triumphant comeback, becoming the richest man in Zhengcheng. Meanwhile, the woman, with an artificial heart, experienced poor integration with her body. The doctor told her she only had 3 months to live, but warned that the controller of the artificial heart must never get wet, or her life would be in constant danger. So she planned to earn enough money in 3 months to pay for her daughter's surgery. Unexpectedly, right after leaving the clinic, she ran into a friend of the CEO. Seeing her in such a destitute state, he mocked her, saying she had brought it on herself. In a hurry to see her child, she didn't argue further with him. The doctor chased after her and returned the medical records. Curious, the friend asked the doctor what illness the woman had. The doctor then told him about the heart transplant she had undergone 7 years ago. He immediately realized that the $100 billion capital injection for the CEO back then had been secured through her sacrifice. He hurriedly began investigating the events of that year. The next day, the woman, wearing a mask, delivered food to an engagement party. She was shocked to find that it was the CEO's engagement to the Han family heiress. After placing the gift down, she prepared to leave immediately. But she accidentally knocked over the champagne tower on the table. The heiress immediately flew into a rage and threatened to call the police. The woman offered to compensate them. Not wanting to make things difficult for her, the CEO told her to leave quickly. Unexpectedly, a former friend of the woman suddenly called her. Seeing her phone ring, the friend immediately recognized her as the CEO's ex-fiancée. In a surge of anger, the CEO ripped off her mask. Sure enough, the delivery worker in front of him was his former fiancée.